1 to now, what have you learned about this team that you didn't know when you put the pads on?
Learned that this team can play through adversity. That was a big question mark because we had a lack of experience in some ways coming back from last year's team. We had a good nucleus of kids coming back, like our 4 of our 5 on paper. Offensive linemen were coming back from a state championship team. That was always good. The back end of our defense was coming back, but big question marks were about how we were going to perform in pressure-packed moments in the middle of adversity. And this has just been a season marked with adversity from the get-go. We've had 4 games where we've lost it in the fourth quarter. Our 4 losses, we had chances. We had the ball in our hands to either tie or take a lead, or to put a team away. And then on the flip end,
It can be a little bit.
you got it. You gotta laugh.
Here, I got you.
There we go. So we lost some tight ball games. We had not played very well in the fourth quarter for the majority of the season. So to be down 14-0 at halftime against a very good, very physical, ball control, clock eating Garrett team with a quarterback like Calder Hefty. The odds were stacked against us. So we really found out last week just how well we could play with the season on the line. We played our best 24 minutes, our best second half of the entire season. We played last week against Garrett. So that was really awesome. Really fulfilling, rewarding. Maybe very proud as their head coach. Made our entire coaching staff proud. And then to put a team away, not just to battle back, claw back, and tie a ball game, but to put a team away like we did in the fourth quarter by running the ball down their throat, by playing just championship defense, physical defense. We played a physical brand of football that we knew we were capable of. We just hadn't done it in a spurt like that when it mattered the most. So I'd say that's probably what we found out the most about our team, is that with the seasons on the line, these kids can step up and play as a team together.
Having the big fellas up front who have been on this stage before, wanting to get back there again, I'm sure certainly helped that offensive line and that secondary that you were talking about. I'm sure there are other players here or there that have been here, but to have guys who have that experience, right? How much does that help in the face of adversity?
Oh, I mean, it's paramount to have kids who've been through it before. Another little interesting tidbit was until our interception on the first possession of the game last week against Garrett, we had not trailed. This team had not trailed in the postseason since our first sectional game in 2023 on the road at Cherubusco. So that was a big question mark that was answered as well. Is once again, with the season on the line, how are we going to respond? And like you just said, like the question was pertaining to our offensive line, having the senior leadership of Michael Brow, a team captain at the center of your offense has been huge. But yeah, four of the 5 starting offensive linemen for this state championship game coming up were on the field last year. That helps you stay calm offensively. It also lets you know that, hey, these guys have run the ball in big moments before. When the going gets tough, you can lean on them a bit, and that's what we did. And then, the experience of our secondary was kind of washed away a bit by injury, by some nagging injuries. So that's been one of our units on the field that's been really tested. So we've had a lot of kids have to step up that had not had a lot of Friday night experience. And they've been through their ups and downs. They put games away as a defense in the fourth quarter. through our pass rush, through making plays on the ball, interceptions. We've also given up some big plays, late in the fourth quarter that led to some losses. I think the experience of having been through that last year, but also having kind of an up and down season throughout the year this season, kind of probably helped us pull away there at the end last week at semi-state.
My last one for you. What would it mean to bring another title back to Luers?
It mean a lot. It mean a lot. A, because it would be the first 3A state championship in program history. With such a strong tradition that we do have at Bishop Luers, we were definitely spoiled as a community by successes, and at the same time, it means a lot more because of this group of kids and what they've had to deal with, what they've been through. The fact that offensive line had not, until week 9, we didn't have our starting offensive line together one time. We've been through 9 out of 14 weeks. We've had 9 different starting offensive line lineups throughout the year, which leads to a lot of inconsistent play, a lot of inconsistent protection of your quarterback, a lot of inconsistent running lanes for running backs. But the way that we've had to get here, and I think last Friday was just kind of culmination of all the good of this team, and what makes you really excited about high school sports in general is seeing kids pull together when their season's on the line, and it looks like it's the toughest, the lowest point of the season. See them pull together, that's just to get to this point, it's been awesome. It makes me proud. So everything else here is, icing on the cake, but these kids, we're certainly not just happy to be here. Well, don't get me wrong, we're happy to be here, but we're not satisfied. This is a group that from day one had a mission to win a 3A state championship, to be the first team in program history to do it, and to have an opportunity is awesome. So if we could pull it off, it'd be a heck of a celebration on Saturday.